Tonight on Melting Point, we're sitting down with the team that set the pace in Ember's Magma League, the Hunters Association. 4-0, first place, undefeated, but the numbers only tell part of the story. Every week, each roster has something different to show. Controlled early games, flexible drafts, and this team shows that kind of discipline that turns small advantages into clean wins. Now, with playoffs right around the corner, the question shifts. Can they take the win all the way to the grand finals and become the first champions of Ember League? Find out on this episode.
How are you guys feeling today? How does it feel to be a part of the Ember Magma League?
Glad we found a league that I could play in with all my friends.
Yeah,
it's been super chill, been super fun. I gotta say,
been super fun. We locked first with our last win for going into playoffs, so that's pretty cool.
yeah, absolutely.
No, this is the first league that I've played in. I took a few splits off. I played in a few different tournaments and stuff a while back, probably about a year ago now. So it's a good refresher. Fun to be back.
Yeah, no, we're absolutely thrilled to have you guys. I'm always trying to open up to kind of like the newer teams and get them kind of like a space where they can compete, because we're not really like Aegis or Titan where we're like well seasoned and like you get in like you know some teams have a name and stuff like that. Like this is like the area where like you get your first foot in, get your name out there, and then people are like, oh, these guys like. I mean, I'm not saying you guys are going to win, but maybe you guys could. But these guys just won Ember League. Like, holy crap! Like, I mean, let's see what what these guys can do in like an actual serious league. It keeps, it puts a spotlight on you guys. So I think it's great. Speaking of which, like, how did you guys come up with the name Hunters Association? Like, what's the background on that?
I wanted. They didn't have any say. I was looking for an org to sponsor us. I was like, hey, we're gonna win some tournament. Do you want your name on it? And no one's like gave me money. And so I was like, all right, I'll pay for it, and I'm a fucking weeb. I like Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter, and so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking name it this shit.
Thank you for correcting it. I was like, bro, if he's a
yeah,
weeb, it's Hunter x Hunter. Come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
Goated show, by the way.
Absolutely. I'm honestly, I hope they continue it. It's been what 10 plus years since they did the.
Not happening, man.
Yeah, they honestly need to do the next start, because that's where Kurapika pops up. But that's for a different day, right? We're focused on league and here. So like, as the game days kind of come about, I know you said you guys are a group of friends. Do you guys like discuss like drafts at all? Like, what's like the ideology like when you're like prepping for game day? Like what's like the thought process? I'm interested to know.
We mainly just drop the op.gg and we're like, maybe a little bit of looking back at their past games. We're like, okay, well, let's say we're blue side. We're like, okay, we want to pick this, so we'll ban this. Or for Reds, we're like, all right, they'll probably pick this, so we'll counter pick them with this. And that's kind of just how we go about it.
There's also a lot of, we just freaking hate this champ, so let's ban it. And that's just what we go with.
A lot of that in the specific role.
Let's just say we don't like that Aatrox champ, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, I'm so glad Riot made him a jungler too, so it's just like you're not even sure if he's playing top. He could also be jungle, and he's kind of like a contested pick now for everything. Great call, Jared. Well, that's awesome. I'm so like, is it like match day, like 10 minutes before the game starts, you guys just go up the OPGG, you're like, all right, we're gonna ban this and this, and that's it? Like, that's all the prep you guys really do?
No, we do a little bit of yapping in chat.
It's like in text chat over the course of the week usually. No, kind of just like let it like stew a little bit, if that makes sense.
No, you're good. I always find it funny when teams say, oh, we literally don't scrim, we don't do anything. We just show up like 2 minutes before, we look at the OPGG, and then we're in game. And I'm like, okay, it works for you guys. That's great. No prep needed, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we can't scrim because people's availability sucks. Cough, cough, Pierce, cough, cough, Johnny. But yeah, like we.
To be fair, Johnny is a dad though, so it's tough.
Oh, he's got dad duties.
But yeah, like just over the course of the week, we just do a bit of text chatting them the bans.
No, you're Well, in this next segment, I kind of want to focus on like you guys as individuals players. I mean, you guys have. I'm pretty sure you guys have the most names on the stats. When I last checked, I mean, you guys sort of dominate, and I mean, it goes to show why you guys are the best team, in leading the seed. I mean, too easy. Like every game, I feel like you're not even trying, man. I feel like you barely move your mouse. You just do your farming and you pick up like 10 kills. Like, I mean, do you find that the league's been pretty easy for you? Like, you haven't had a challenge yet?
I mean, if I'm gonna be perfectly, I both Vision and I have like won multiple 600 cap leagues, so this is like we're playing down a bit.
Yeah, Tuesday
It's
tends to be a bit humble with his rankings, but that guy's the best mid laner. It isn't close. I'm gonna go out there and say that. Also talking about this stats, since I haven't played it the last 2 weeks, I'm depressed. I disappeared. I was leading least deaths and highest KDA, and now I'm off the sheet. It's sad.
No, you're good. I had to kind of update it because um, my sheet only showed. Well, it didn't care how many games you played. So if I kept it the same way, you probably would have stayed on the sheet the entire split.
Yeah, that was gonna be a funny joke between us. You're gonna laugh really hard if I didn't play, but I am coming back to play, so I'll reappear, I'm sure.
No, I'm
Wink.
excited. Yeah. So Hiroki is stepping down, right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You didn't, since we're not able to scrim. It just we scrimmed a bit before the season with Jonesy, and it just didn't work out with Hiroki's schedule before the season, so I'll just play with him next tournament.
Cool. Yeah. No, that's fine. I mean, like I said, you guys have like really good like setups for as a team. Like as five, you guys are very comfortable. I can tell. Speaking of Vision, actually, I mean Vision. Well, I think you played Victor last game. Was that right? Or no, wait,
Hmm?
No, you didn't play Victor.
wait, you didn't play
That's the
Victor.
top laner.
Oh yeah, no. I'm confusing for two. I mean, Vision, you pull out like some insane Sejuani games. I feel like a lot of people don't put like respect on that. I mean, it's one of your like favorite champions. Is there a reason you picked it up, or?
Um, just a while back. It's probably been. I couldn't even put a time to it. It's probably been a couple years now. I used to play for another team, and we had a support player who was a Sejuani support main. So we ended up prioritizing Sejuani in a lot of drafts because we also liked it in the jungle. And I did a lot of research on it, just because I like playing like the really weird champions that people don't expect and don't really know how to play around. So I started putting some games on Sejuani top because I have no clue what his name is, God forbid, but there was a Korean like one trick Sejuani top. So I started watching a bunch of his videos and seeing how he played. And I liked the playstyle a lot, so I started picking it up. And then when Sejuani got a bunch of like back-to-back buffs, I started playing her again, and I kind of just had success with it, so I've stuck with it.
It genuinely blows my mind what he does on Sejuani, by the way. This guy's insane at it.
No, I know, and you're literally the number one most damage. Like, you do the most damage every game, like hands down. Like it's not. I mean, it's kind of close between NBK, but like between you and him, like no one else is even close. Like it's insane. Like you're dropping these like the amount of damage you guys do.
The perks of laning against another tank is you can just sit there and Sejuani's really good at hitting tanks, so you can just bonk them the entire game and stat pad.
Just
It's
farm
pretty
the crap
fun.
out of them. Yeah, just farm the crap out of them. Speaking of, the other stat that I saw was really impressive is like you guys, like all of you guys, pretty much have insane like high like CS per minute. I know you guys do play under, but like, do you guys have like a trick on like how you like manage to get the CS? I swear to God, if you guys say, "Oh, we just lost it,"
Uh,
you guys are really
we're
good at
pretty
like, huh?
pretty AFK in the early game.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I could actually point out here to this is at least when I was playing, I give as much as I can to these two. The two easy ends are at us. They have as much camps as they want. My life is theirs. You know what I mean? They get all the gold. I don't need it.
Dang, that's a true selfless jungler. Most junglers that I know, they'd be like, "Frick my team! I'm farming. I'm getting everything. I'm 1v9 in this." Low
Dude,
key.
I don't know if you saw it, but when I played Sejuani once when I was playing, I think I built literally Zeke's Herald, Redemption, and Knight's Vow. Like, I'm just building full support Sejuani. These guys can take whatever they want. I don't need gold.
Well, I'm trying to remember. I think the last time, because you guys had a bye week this past week, the week before that you guys were streamed, you guys were against Spire Rats, which was the other team that was pretty high in contention. I mean, did you feel like they were probably like the toughest opponents so far, or was it just like another week for you guys? Like, how did it feel playing versus them versus like I think the week before you guys played against Hyler, which was technically is the third seed right now.
I
I
think they
think
played really
Hyler
well.
is a lot better overall as a team, but that's just me.
I think both series were pretty hard, to be
I
honest.
think those were probably the two harder teams that we've played against. I know from personal experience, the last series that we played against Spire Rats is probably the worst series of League I've played in a hot minute. So I had to, I needed to try to bounce back from that because I did not feel good about that series for myself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I could tell, like, because I'm pretty sure you guys were, uh, 2-0ing. I think, yeah, the first week you guys 2-0'd, and then the second week, you guys were against Sun Game Nebula. Oh yeah, that was a 2-1 series as well. Hyler was a 2-1 series. Spire Rats was 2-1 series. Do you guys find that you guys like limit test some games too, just to like see how far you can get away with stuff, or is it
I
just like
I always
yeah?
I always want that third game. Is all I'm saying.
I will
he
say
only gets one day a week to play. So
We will get
I
that
respect
third
it. I respect it.
game. Is what I'm saying.
I will say at least in my last week that I played, A, we did have a support sub, but B, I griefed the heck out of game two. It was tragic. If you like, we did a lot of VOD review on the game two, like me and Tui's, and my tempo was just like as horrible as it could be. Cause like for instance, I invaded and took like both raptor camps 1 and 2 from the enemy jungle, and he still hit 6 first. So that should show enough about like how horrible like my tempo was that game. So I think like honestly we replayed that and I just had better tempo. I think that's a free win too, and I think it's just a 2-0.
I like the energy. I really do. I mean, playoffs is like basically well after this week, it's gonna be a week away. Um, have you guys? I mean, are there like teams that like you're hoping gets knocked out pretty early? Like, are you like hoping you guys go against like a certain team just to like kind of like get coast by? Actually, I think since you guys locked in, I mean, you guys are pretty much are locked in for first seed. I believe you actually guys get
We
a
are.
bye week. Yeah, you guys are gonna get a bye week
Uh,
for the first week of because it's uneven teams. So how it's gonna work is you guys will get bye week that first week, and then the following week, whoever wins I believe it's the match between 4 and 5, seed 4 and 5. The whoever wins that match is going to be your guys' match. So I mean, who is fourth seed right now? Currently, it
I
is
I
Iceborne Stress Stands versus Knights of the Second Dinner. I mean, of those two, who would you rather go up against, or who would you have more fun going up against? Maybe that's the better question to ask.
we haven't played against Knights
Those are the
yet.
two
It's
teams we
hard to
haven't
say.
faced.
Yeah,
But
that's
Knights of
exactly.
the Second Dinner looks on paper, I think, much worse. So I guess them if they make it.
And this
I
might
think
be a little or Tuzi you could go.
I think Iceborne once they like stop griefing with their roles, because I think they're all like decent players, but they have like 4 off roles that they've been using for most of the season. I think once they have their like roster figured out and they're all on roll, I think they're probably like a top 3 team at the very least. So I'd say probably not them,
And
or
this might be a little
verse them and
brash
beat them.
coming from me since I haven't played the last 2 weeks, but I did watch and I helped with draft the last 2 weeks. I honestly just think it doesn't really matter. I think we'll just beat whoever we face.
Oh, I love the confidence. I mean, you guys are backing up all your words with like just kind of performance you're throwing. I could tell that you guys all work hard, so it's always fun to to see that. It's also funny that you mentioned Iceborne trolling drafts. I actually do know one of the players pretty well. Manny, he specifically told me that like they're all just for funning it, like they could not care less. Like Manny's usually an 80 carry player. He's playing like mid and support for fun.
Mhm.
But the one game where they all play on roll, it's like they completely dominated that game. So it's interesting to see. I'm guessing they're probably for funning groups, and then when playoffs happens, they're gonna lock in, and we're probably gonna see some sort of like shift in dynamic. So that'll be interesting to see.
I
Yeah,
had a
that's what I'm
question
expecting.
about playoffs of what you just mentioned a little bit ago.
Mhm.
If it's double elim, but playoffs is only 3 weeks long, how do we have a bye week the first one? Because then if we lose that second week, if that last week is finals, how would we go
So
to
okay,
finals and double elim?
I'm glad you asked that. The rule book is low key kind of cooked. It needs a lot of. I thought it was fixed. A lot of the changes that we made were not reflected on it. So technically speaking, playoffs is actually 6 weeks, not 3 weeks.
Oh, I fuck with that.
So that's how that's going to work. The math is going to work. So essentially, week one, it's going to be everybody except you guys. Week two, it's going to be the upper bracket, which you guys are going to be a part of. It's going to be 3 matches or 2 matches there because one team's going to, or 2 teams are going to get knocked down to. Wait, no, no. 3 sets of teams are going to get knocked down to the lower bracket, and then whoever loses there will actually get knocked out, and then 2 teams will continue. I'm going to drop the bracket pretty soon because it's going to sound really confusing if I try to explain it. But
Is there a blank bracket?
actually, here I can. Well, I'll send it to you guys right now because I made it for Blaze. Blaze League is also they just got into playoffs because they opted for 5 weeks. Let me share this in the chat. Share and export. Copy. So you guys can take a look at how it's going to basically be. Monkeys Maui is the team that is the what do you call it? That team that gets the bye week. Check the channels, the voice channels chat. I'm about to post it, and then click
Okay.
on like the play. You'll see a playoff bracket tab, and then you'll see how your guys' bracket's going to look, and it's just going to be kind of staggered in that method.
So we're gonna end up with 2 weeks where we're not gonna play.
No, only 1 week essentially. Oh, actually, no, it would be 2 weeks. You're right, because the lower bracket finals is going to be its own day because that's what's going to determine what the grand finals is going to be. Because lower finals gets their own day, and then upper finals plays on the same day the lower semis happens, and then the final week would just be right there. Now, the one thing I will
Well,
include in
that's
the
3 weeks
announcement,
we don't play.
is it 3 weeks? Should only be 2 weeks.
Well, so we'll have the first round bye, then we'll have
Upper finals.
Upper semis.
upper semis,
Oh,
and
you're right.
then
Because
we have a week
upper.
off, and
Yep.
then we win upper finals, and we'll have a week off.
I was gonna say for the lower finals, if the teams want to just play like an earlier date rather than wait a week, I would be totally fine with having grand finals like the week of. So if you guys get to that point, and you guys finish the upper finals and then the lower finals happens, like I'm totally fine if people want to like do it a little bit earlier. I mean, there's no rule against having that. Like it's completely fine with me. Because that the only downside of double elimination is it's kind of long. Because it's
Yeah.
like you're going back and forth, back and forth. It is interesting in terms of like, oh, even though this team got knocked out, like they totally have a chance later. But yeah, so yeah, essentially that's how it's going to be.
I thought it was going to be like double elim for the upper 2 teams and
Yeah.
and the upper 4 teams, they 1 through 4 plays each other. The losers go to face 5, 6. Whoever loses that is out.
Because I think
The
you're able to
2
cut out like
winners
2 weeks
play,
with
and
something
then
like that.
it's finals. Because then that's just like 3 weeks, and the upper teams
Yeah.
don't have any buys, and the lower team has
I like
a
that
buy
a
to
lot.
prepare, then elimed.
So we're making
I
a
think
lot
that's
of
how
changes. Say it
I
again.
think that's how Risen Mythical does it,
Interesting.
or
Okay,
at least how they used to. I don't know if they still do it that way.
I haven't played in a Risen
I think
tournament in a minute.
that's how they did it. Yeah, the last time I did it, but it was also a while ago.
No, we
When
are
they
making a
had
lot of
low
changes
teams.
for like how the groups and playoffs is going to go because essentially like I've never really like I've played in leagues but I've never I don't know how they work so I kind of had to like
Yeah.
do it like offhand and last split we just did double elim and it just kind of was fun. This split we did it again but we're realizing if we keep the groups too long and then playoffs is long, it's just like way too many weeks. It's better to have if we do double them. I think it makes more sense to do shorter groups and then keep playoffs the same duration, or we scrap it and we just do like standard and maybe a more fun. I don't know. We're gonna be like we're going through like a bunch of changes because we brought Commissioner
Yeah.
Hook on and he's a cool dude. I mean he has a lot of knowledge. So I mean he used to
I thought I always thought it was cool when it was like it's double elim for like the top echelon of teams, but like 5 and 6 don't deserve, a double elim. They should have done better. So then they get the they get the single elim, and that's how it be.
Yep. I'm jotting all this down. I'm gonna tell Hooked about this because that's actually interesting that Mythical is doing it that way. So I might take a look at that because I know I mean every league does like standard, so we want to do something a little bit different. Like even a fun little spoiler for next season, we're thinking of for side selection instead of it just being predetermined. We're thinking of doing like a 1v1 like showdown where each week the top
Cool.
it'll be roles, right? So first week it's gonna be top versus top. Next week it's gonna be jungle versus jungle. Then it's gonna be mid versus mid. 80 versus basically et cetera for the first game, and then loser gets side selection game 2. But I think that'd be really fun.
That
I
would be
guess
cool.
Jungle
It
Week we
adds
do not have side selection.
it adds some time to it, but I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
We're gonna make it so it's like 5 minutes max. We're not gonna make it because like the usual rules are like 100
Yeah.
CS first tower. We're probably gonna do like 50 CS first to get the tower to half something stupid so it goes faster. Um,
Is
yeah.
the idea that this would be like right before the series?
Yeah, I told Hook that they should technically, if we're gonna do this, because some teams just show up like right on time, to make them want to wait an extra like 5 minutes for the 1v1 to go on can be kind of annoying. So can teams do it prior? We're like discussing like what we want to do. Like if let's just say like you guys decide like you randomly pick a day, and if you guys want to just show up, do the 1v1, someone takes a screenshot. Okay, cool, we're good to go. Call it a day. Like I'd be fine with that, but we're discussing how we want to do that. And then the other option is let's just say teams don't want to do it. You guys can just do a coin flip and call it a day. Just
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's coming up pretty soon. Oh, and I'll give you another spoiler. The other thing we're thinking of doing is how like LCS is introducing first stand.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't know what first stand is, it's where if the team so whoever gets like first selection, it's not just if you get blue side you get first pick. It's you get blue side or first pick. You get what I'm saying? So
I
it's either you pick blue
Oh,
or red,
I,
and then the
I think
what you don't pick, the enemy gets the other choice. So let's just say, oh well, we want first pick. Okay, well then enemy gets blue side or red side. They get to choose their side. So
Jonesy might know, but I think it's LCK or LPL that
Yeah,
they do that now, and that is pretty cool because yeah, you get like fifth pick red side, but or fifth pick
I
blue
think all
side, and
leagues,
it's pretty neat.
pretty much all of like the pro leagues are doing that right now.
we want to jump in on it before the other like amateur leagues do it because I think it's really cool
that's
because
really cool.
it's skill expression plus like I think a lot of teams are going to catch on if there's an opportunity where you guys will get red side and first pick. That would be insane because you guys get pit access plus you get the red side advantage. So or sorry, the first pick advantage. So teams are going to have to be on the lookout for that. Like they're going to have to be very careful that they don't like mess up how they do it. So it'll be interesting. So
Yeah, I do personally think it's a pretty sick thing because it takes out like the long time. There's always advantages to sides, right? Like blue side always has had first pick and then red always gets counter pick, but now with that way of play, those things just don't always exist. It might be blue side with counter pick. It might be, red side with first. I think that's super dope.
yeah, because um, as an amateur league and us being basically new, some people are going to call us Mickey Mouse. That's fine. Like we're learning, right? So whatever we can do just to be completely like unhinged or whatever, like just to get people's attention, like we're gonna do it because I'm trying to keep this thing going. Like I absolutely love watching everyone play. Like I try to be as involved as I can. Because I think it's cool to see like an org runner just be a part of the crew and be like, yo, like I'm chill. Like I'm here. Like I'll shit post all the time. Like you see me around. I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere.
How do you do, fellow kids?
Ooh, I don't know about that. Oh, I think his name's on
Oh,
pause,
you don't
guys.
know the meme?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
really? Oh,
I don't know
that's
the meme.
crazy. I had no idea.
Wait, what's the meme? Send me the meme.
Oh, yeah, I'll send you the fucking meme.
Oh no, I'm
Uh,
I'm not like super on like what do you call it? Chronically online.
Hmm.
I'm old, man.
oh,
I'm
yeah.
old.
I mean,
Um,
let's see.
very good. Well, cool. I mean, as we're going into playoffs, I mean, you guys are definitely looking to kind of take that, take the title and get the crown for being like the first Ember Magma League champions. I mean, what would that mean for you guys? Like, is that like a little cool thing that you're gonna throw up on, I don't know, like your little banners, or like, what does it mean to be champions, guys? What does it mean to be champions? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Bragging rights.
For me, it would be pretty sick because I know I haven't played the last 2 weeks, but I mean, I was a long time AD carry main, and I was originally just brought in as a sub and just to like fill a role for jungle. But I've kind of fell in love with the role, so it'd be really sick. A, first split playing the role. B, first league ever playing the role, and just take a fat dove. That would be pretty hype from my POV.
And some free
Just
cash.
want to beat.
I'd love the first because I got second in my first league, which was like a 100 LP cap. Then I went up to like different 500 LP cap leagues. Got a bunch of top fours, but never first. So I'd actually get a first for once would be nice.
I just want to beat OJ Simpson, bro.
Oh, is there some tea about that? You guys have some beef?
Oh, no. He's just my buddy, and I wanted to play with him, but he told me to kick rocks. So it's
Oh my
fucked
god.
up.
Well, now let me. You have the stats and you have the numbers to say you guys are the best team. So, all right. Well, I was gonna try to keep this pretty short. I do have another segment. Just kind of like a quick fire round. I'm just gonna ask you guys some questions, and you guys can answer however you want. So yeah. I'll start off with like, who do you guys think is the best player on your team?
Vision.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's tight
Vision.
between Vision or Tui's. Tui's is super humble. I think they both are insane freaks at the game.
I like it. I
Vision's
like
the
it.
goat.
And then who's your guys' shot caller? Do you guys have multiple shot callers?
I think Tui's the most adamant voice in the game. At least for me, like I give a lot of questions when I'm playing jungle, and usually he's the one to answer and defer. We should do X, Y, Z. You know what I mean?
I think
So
it's
for my
kind of
opinion,
a
it's Tui's.
it's kind of a team effort for the most part. Everybody gives their own input, and then I feel like it's typically too easy that kind of just solidifies. Yeah, this is what we're doing.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. And then who would you guys say is the most toxic?
Too
Tui's.
easy.
I love how he was the most humble and he's the most toxic. Pick a side, brother.
But behind
You
closed
don't want to
doors,
hear
that's a
you don't
different
want to hear
man.
the team comms.
Oh god. That's all good. That's all good. And then my last one is, who do you guys predict? What do you guys think the grand finals is going to be, prediction wise? Like, who do you think is going to be the last two teams standing, and what's the score? It's a best
I
of
think
five.
we threw. I think we 3-0 High Alert Pen Pals in finals.
I
Yeah,
think
I
we
think it's
first Spire Rats and it goes 3-1.
yeah, I think it's either Spy Rats or Pen Pals, like almost guaranteed.
Yeah,
Pick
I think
one.
It's either a 3-0 or a 3-1.
I think it's
You
a
can't give two
3-1.
options on both.
I think it's a 3-1. I think it's a toss up between Pen Pals or Spy Rats. I think it's just who's having a better day.
I think Iceborne's a better team than Pen Pals. I think Iceborne's probably gonna like show up in playoffs.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, I think like yeah, I think Iceborne's definitely a top 3 team.
Cool.
Feels like they should be.
Well, we know that like I'm not gonna say that they're sacking on purpose, but I think they're just trying to have fun. They're a group of friends too. The other thing that I think we're gonna probably change is it seems too easy if every hi too easy mentioned.
Fucking easy.
It seems like it's way too like if groups don't matter, then there's like no like
There's
like,
no
who cares?
incentive to
There's no
play as hard
incentive
as
to
you
play
can.
exactly. So then you're
Yeah.
just gonna like, if everyone makes it, it's like whatever, right? So I do think going forward, like I'm definitely gonna be striving for more teams. Um, we kind of entered in pretty late, and it's early season, so a lot of people don't want to really play in a league just yet. They kind of want to see how the season plays out. So that's another reason I think we didn't have a full 8 teams. But my goal is to try to at least get like 10 to 12 teams, so we can have a couple of like divisions going on. And ideally, like just have like the top maybe 6 or 4 to 6 make it to playoffs, and then we'll have like a nice little like like maybe 8 teams or something like that, or 6 teams that kind of like play through the bracket. So we'll see how that kind of plays out. But yeah, I mean that's essentially what we're thinking. Did you have any questions for me about like the league? And I mean, I forgot to ask, like, how have you guys? I mean, how's time been? Like, I know like not a whole lot of content going out, which I'll take the blame for that. Like, I'm not I'm not the best writer, but like overall vibes, like how's it feeling?
I liked it.
Really like your stats page. Makes me feel good about myself.
I wish your stats page had like more stuff and whatnot though. Like you added to it a bit, right? But like I wish there's like solo kills, like solo deaths and shit. Cause it's like just cool to see like, oh my god, this guy's a freak, bro. This guy's got like 20 solo kills, but he hasn't been solo killed a single time. What the fuck? Like, shit like that.
No, that's perfect. I definitely do want the feedback on the stats. We're gonna actually have a official website where when you open the website, I wish I could show you guys. I can't show it yet because we're developing it still, but it's gonna have like an individual player profile where you can click and you can see each champion. And when you click on the champion, you can see all your solo kills, your deaths, all that fun stuff on your champion itself. So it's not just like overall, but you can also see your overall too. So you can see how well you performed on champion. So that's coming soon. So don't worry. Once that comes out, it'll be easier to read too. And then I think if we do keep the doc, it'll just be more like a generalized like top 5 junglers, top 5 mid laners, and then keep like the other stats that people really care about. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm also learning how to code too. So I do all the cheats myself, the coding, all that. Like I just kind of had to learn. So yeah, it's gonna be nice to have a website. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be nice to have a website.
A fucking
um,
beast.
Thank you, appreciate you guys. But yeah, I mean, other than that, like, did you guys have anything else for me?
Thank you for all that you do, Massa.
Yes, sir. Thanks for putting this on.
No, absolutely. I'm gonna edit this and take away all my like awkward ahs and pauses. So I'm gonna whatever right now. But big thanks to you guys for joining me tonight and getting a closer look at your team, being able to
That's
get
going to wrap up
some
things for this
feedback.
episode of Melting Point. Huge thanks to the Hunters Association for taking the time to sit down with us and talk about their season, their mindset, and what's ahead as we move closer to playoffs. They're sitting at the top of Ember Magma for a reason. They show disciplined play, strong team identity, and a roster that clearly believes in what they're building. The real test is still ahead, though. Playoffs are around the corner, and we'll see if Hunters Association can turn this dominant regular season into a championship run. If you enjoyed the conversation, make sure to follow Ember Esports, join our Discord, and stay tuned because we've got more teams, more stories, and more melting points coming soon. Until next time, get ready to ignite.